What's going on, YouTube? Zach with Card Stock Exchange coming at you with another video. Today we have another mock draft video. So, I told you one a week. This is week 5? Yeah, coming up on week 5 of the NFL season. Week 5 of college football is done. That's what it is. Wow, what a week! What a week! Shout out to the Giants, by the way. This is an updated big board, and the Giants are 10th, and they've been horrendous this year. Just let that sink in for a second, all right? Anyway, lots to talk about. Shout out Houston Texans. I don't know, maybe CJ's it. I don't want to get my hopes up, but we're going to jump into it. We're going to crack open a new 3D energy drink. Shout out 3D. Hopefully, maybe one day I'll be cool enough to get sponsored by them. Probably to be a workout influencer first. Look at all that smoke coming up. I don't know if you can see that. All right. I don't think I've tried this flavor in a while, so first taste reaction. It's not bad. Not bad. So, anyway, yeah, because everyone cared so much about the drink reveal and taste. But, all right, we're going to get into it. Excuse the mess on my bed. Got some trading card orders to package. Yeah, for those who don't know, we make custom trading cards for athletes for them to basically show their brand off on cards, and then we allow them to sell it to their fan base. And so, had a couple launch recently, and yeah, all right, we are a minute in, and I have not started the mock draft, but now we are. So, we're going to start off with the Chicago Bears. They're so down bad. This is a complete rebuild. If you're asking me, trade Justin Fields to the Atlanta Falcons. Collect some picks. Atlanta could use Justin Fields and then just move on. It's a good fit for both. Anyway, point with this video is this is what I would do if I was a GM. So Caleb, 1, and then, oh my God, guess what? They have Carolina's pick because Carolina's also ass. Marvin Harrison, 2. Okay, that's easy. Raiders, they need a quarterback. At this point, if I'm the Raiders, get a quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo's, he's good, but he can't stay healthy. Dude's always hurt. Get Drake May. All right. I feel like no matter who is at the top of the draft, in some order, it's going to be those 3 guys. That's pretty simple. The Broncos is where it gets interesting. Would I move off Russell Wilson? No, I wouldn't. I would go get some O-line help. I think their O-line needs some help. Let him cook in the pocket. Give him 1 more year, and then maybe move off of him. But I don't think it's worth moving off Russ for like a Michael Penix. Just my personal opinion. Could be wrong, but more power to him. If it was like him or Drake May, yeah, Drake May. But at this point, no, I'd go tackle. Vikings. This is where I would get a quarterback, right? I think if you're the Vikings, Kirk Cousins is good, but he's not leading you to... You need to start a new chapter. Trade Kirk, get some picks, get Michael Penix. All right, Jets. Oh, boy. This one seems pretty obvious with the onset of Aaron Rodgers' Achilles tear. So just no commentary necessary. Patriots. What would I do if I'm the Patriots? Defense seems very obvious and easy, but they need receiver help. They don't have a good 2 receiver. Like, think about that. I think their literal best receiver is like Kendrick Bourne. All right, enough said. Bengals. We can blame Joe Burrow for getting sacked all we want. That is the O-line's fault. Would I go O-line? Probably. I'd probably go O-line. It is the O-line's fault. Who am I kidding? Next is the Cardinals. All right, so where it gets interesting too. Do they keep Kyler Murray? If they're the 9th overall pick, do you go with the quarterback? Damn, right into the mic too. The answer is no. No, you don't. If you have the 9th overall pick and 3 quarterbacks already taken, you stick with Kyler Murray. Or shit. You do something else. But how about the Cardinals? Appearing at number 1 in everyone's pre-mock draft of the year and my mock draft for like the last 8 weeks, even though there's only 5 weeks in, and they're number 9. Shout out Cardinals and Josh Dobbs for doing some winning, even though they just got smoked by the 49ers. Okay. Wow, it's a lot of talking for a whole lot of nothing. I'd probably... at this point, defense. Latu Latu is a pretty good edge rusher. We're going to go defense. Yeah, keep it simple. Giants. See, again, a team that needs a quarterback, but are you really drafting Bo Nix or Riley Leonard or anybody else over Daniel Jones at this point? Personally, I'd trade this pick and move back. I would. But also, he got sacked like 10 times or something last night. I could be just over-exaggerating, or maybe he actually did. I forget. Yeah, I'd just go one of the tackles. Again, I don't know who the best tackle is. I could tell you about most of these guys. The tackles, I'm just trusting the ADP ranking here. What was I getting at? Wow, I lost my train of thought. Green Bay. What would I do if I'm Green Bay? Well, probably defense, because what do we need on offense? Could use a receiver. They have some good receivers, though. I'd probably go defense. Go get a secondary pick. Yeah, always upgrade your secondary. Now the Saints. Oh, boy. I think they just lost to the Bucs, right? Damn. We're losing to Baker. I'd probably go get a defensive end. Jared Verse is pretty good. And now, shout out. Look at that Cardinals trade pick. Man, Houston just keeps winning. Keeps going lower. Wow. So we had them go with a edge earlier. I think they go secondary. I think they do. Again, are you really going to, unless you trade Kyler Murray, are you really going to go Riley Leonard or Bo Nix here? No. Too early still. Just go bolster your defense at this point. I mean, you guys can't stop anything for anything. And just trade Kyler Murray for some assets. All right, Houston. See, I've been saying receiver for Houston. I have been. But, man, Nico Collins looks pretty good. And Tank Dell. You could probably get a receiver later in the draft, in like second or third round. Also, our O-line is pretty bad. But they've all been injured. So we're starting like four stringers, like literally guys we signed off practice squads. However, our run defense is awful, so we're going to go get a defensive end. Anyway, that was a long-winded answer for that. Now the Chargers, who are always in need of O-line help and defensive help for whatever reason, even though they spend a lot of money on defense, they're going to go get a cornerback. End of story. Jags. What would I do if I'm the Jags? Let's take a little 3D energy drink break to contemplate this one. Wow. And just like that, I decided we're going to go with the cornerback because the Jags need cornerback help because really when it comes to it, in the playoffs, you're going to be facing like Mahomes and all those guys, and you need a good lockdown corner. Cooper DeJean's, he's about a mid-first round pick, so that's what they're going to do. Shout out Washington. They've been pretty good. They don't need receivers. Their offense is rolling, I'd say. They need defensive help, so they're going to go get Dallas Turner. Wow. I'm just realizing earlier in other mock drafts, I've had like 3 receivers taken at this point, but I don't think any of these teams need a receiver so far, unless I'm just completely wrong. Rams need O-line help because their O-line is hella old, so we're going to do that and move on. Falcons, they need a quarterback. That's why they should trade for Justin Fields. However, the Falcons' defense is pretty decent. Could they use another receiver? You know what? Shout out Falcons. What they're going to do here, if I'm the Falcons, we're going to get Keon Coleman. And then we're going to go trade for Justin Fields. So Keon Coleman, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Justin Fields. And did I already say Keon Coleman? Yeah. You're welcome, Falcons. I should be your GM. Anyway. Colts. Receiver. No, for sure need a receiver. Emeka Buka. They need a receiver. Anthony Richardson cannot throw as it is already, so go get him all the receiver help you can get. Yeah, turn that off. Forgot that puppy was on. Steelers. Oh, boy. They need a lot of help. Their offense can't do shit. You know what? Do it. If you're the Steelers, Kenny Pickett ain't Nate. Come on, we know that. You need a quarterback that can throw and all that. See, this is where I get torn, right? J.J. McCarthy's not a first-round pick. Anyway, do you go the upside of Quinn Ewers? Sam Hartman he's rising up, man. But it's like, do you go Quinn Ewers or do you go Bo Nix, Riley Leonard? Probably Bo. He's more of a pocket passer, and that's kind of what they need. They need a distributor, and he's pretty decent at it. So go get Bo Nix. Titans need a receiver. Malik Neighbors, end of story. Because Treylon Burks is all right, but he's always hurt. And D-Hop, I don't even know if he's still playing. Apparently he's on their team. I haven't heard anything about him. Next is the Seahawks. And what would I do if I'm the Seahawks? They have a damn good team. They draft very good. Shout out Seahawks. If you're a team that always drafts good, you just go with, like, more pass rush. That's what I say. If you're a team that drafts good, just go get more pass rush. And, like, they got Devon Witherspoon from Illinois last year, and he's pretty good. So why not go get another Illinois player? Anyway, Cowboys. Could always use some edge help, but their defense is pretty good. You're pretty CeeDee Lamb reliant. That's the issue. So I think you go another receiver because you're pretty CeeDee Lamb reliant. Plus Dak Prescott's kind of butt. So anyway, Lions, great team. Edge rush. You get the point. Get an edge rusher put alongside Aiden Hutch. Hutch. Ooh, Dolphins. Good team. Jalen Ramsey's coming back, so I can't really say go get a cornerback. I think D-line. Yeah, I think D-line for Miami. They could use some D-line. Anyway, Tampa Bay. See, it's not like some of these picks aren't sexy. You just go with like best player available, D-line. You could go O-line, but at this point, a lot of them have been taken. So just go kind of like a good defensive player. Can't go wrong with that. Tampa Bay, who will not be drafting this high, but shout out for them in this mock draft. Man, I love Mike Evans, but he's getting old. I'm an Aggie, by the way. All right, hear me out. Mason Smith is good. He has some, like, kind of issue. I don't know if he's suspended or some shit, but he's pretty good. I'd go get him. Go get a linebacker, D-line linebacker. Bills. This is the only team I keep saying. It. I will say it again. Can this mic hear me? I'll say it again. I was going to touch the top for, like, effect, but it turns it off. Go get Braylon Allen. He's a 3-down running back. I don't know if he's the greatest pass catcher, but you don't need him to be a pass catcher. You need him to be a bruiser running back that can take carries away from Josh Allen. So go get him. Waste a first-round pick on a running back. I know, scary concept. Ravens. Receiver, because all of your receivers are always hurt. All right, anyway, moving on. That took a while. 49ers. See, again, when you're a team that's just good at everything, you can draft whoever the hell you want. And if I'm the 49ers, I would probably go with big play JT. Homie is like so hit or miss. Like some days he's good, some days he's bad, but when he's on, he is solid. And if I'm the 49ers, I could develop him. So there you go. Chiefs. Receiver, and I will say it again. Receiver. Jalen's pretty good. I don't know if he's a first-round pick good, though. I'm just seeing if any of these guys jumped up draft boards, in my opinion. Roman Wilson's been really good this year. Shout out Roman. We did trading cards for him. Probably Xavier. Yeah, Xavier is probably going to be your best bet. And you know what? Xavier Worthy's a deep threat. I never thought that. Again, you're missing Tyreek Hill. Go get a deep threat. Xavier maybe can't always catch the ball, but you can teach that, right? We thought so with Will Fuller, too, in Houston. Shout out Will Fuller. Wow, this has become like a low-key roast sesh for a lot of players and teams. Anyway, Eagles. Plethora of riches, man. Receiver, as if Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown isn't enough, right? Just best defensive player available. Can't ever go wrong with defense in these cases. So, yeah, that's my mock draft. It's kind of interesting how this all plays out. This has changed a lot over the course of the last couple weeks, just because teams drafting position, who's taken, who's not. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got. Until next time. Peace.